One of the best new features of iOS 26 has just been revealed, even though it was on Apple's website since the release of their letters for iOS 26. We didn't notice it, and it's actually really big and will make a lot of users happy. But we're going to talk about that in a few minutes here because we have a lot more features to talk about on iOS 26 Beta 3, and of course everything else we need to know regarding this update and the upcoming updates. Now, first of all, before we get into this big new feature, let's talk about some more new features that we have been able to discover on the latest update. Now, first of all, are new emojis that are coming to iOS 26. They are not here yet, but they are coming probably with the next updates. And you can see a few of them right here, like this apple. You can see right here, like this chest, this dance right there. So we have a few like different, really interesting emojis coming to iOS 26. Again, even though they're still not here, they will be coming with the next updates. And this right here is really interesting. Now, this is on the iMessage app with iOS 26. So whenever you share your location via iMessage with someone, you know that you will have the option to share for 1 hour, share for no limit, or just share for the day. And now you will have that like little orange like dot right there indicating, basically letting you know how much time there is left for your location sharing. So it shows you there the hours or the minutes, whatever you have left for your location. And you will also see something like this when you go to the profile of the person you're sharing the location to, or even if you go on the Find My app and you go to the location sharing right here, it will show you sharing your location. It will also show you how many minutes you have remaining for sharing your location. Now, on the previous video, I showed you guys a new pop-up that you will get on your device once you have connected your AirPods and you have your device updated to the third beta of iOS 26. Now, you will also see something like this, basically letting you enable or not the new feature that Apple has added to the AirPods. So there is the pause media when you fall asleep feature, and once you go through the first screen that you see with your AirPods, then it will take you to this screen where you can pause media when you fall asleep, or not now if you just don't want to have this feature enabled. So you will be able to do this, or basically configure this the first time you have connected your AirPods with your iPhone updated to iOS 26 Beta 3. So what's this big feature I talked about at the beginning of the video? So as you probably know, with iOS 26, of course, Apple has updated all their like software, the CarPlay, the Apple Watch, and everything with this new liquid glass design and all that. And this is what CarPlay looks like. It's pretty cool. It actually looks really good with a liquid glass design. And now you also have the ability to actually customize the icons on CarPlay, which is really awesome. But this is not the big feature. This one right here, it is. So this is the big new feature that Apple has added to CarPlay with iOS 26 and we didn't know about. So iOS 26 biggest CarPlay feature was quietly hiding on Apple's website. They didn't mention this at WWDC 2025, but it was on their website. So basically, iPhone users will be able to watch videos right on the CarPlay directly from their iPhone. So of course this has to be supported. So manufacturers have to update their CarPlay to actually support this feature. But as you can see right here, this is probably the biggest feature that Apple will add to CarPlay with iOS 26. Users that have their iPhone on iOS 26 will be able to actually AirPlay. You can see right here, users will be able to wirelessly stream videos to CarPlay screen using AirPlay, according to Apple, of course. Now, for safety reasons, as you probably can imagine, this won't work when your car is moving. It will only work when you're in park. So that way you will be able to watch videos and of course not get distracted while the car is moving. Now, this will be really cool, especially for EV, like electric vehicles. When you park to actually charge your car, you can just go ahead and watch videos on your car screen, which is really awesome. Now, Apple also says that the automaker need to actually add support for CarPlay with AirPlay video. So this will of course start rolling out slowly as manufacturers will start updating their CarPlay for AirPlay videos. But again, it's an awesome new feature coming to CarPlay, and basically one of the biggest features that Apple has added to CarPlay in years. So what's next and what's happening with iOS 26 beta? Well, yesterday we expected Apple to release beta 4, but it didn't happen. Instead, they released the RC version of iOS 18.6. Well, with 18.6, if you're still on iOS 18, again, that's the RC version that was released yesterday. It doesn't bring any big new features or changes. It brings mainly focus on like bug fixes and improvements and all that. But it's really important if you don't plan to update to iOS 26, or if you have a device that doesn't support iOS 26, so you must update. And again, it should come out on July 28th. We have the RC released yesterday. July 28th should be the date that you get iOS 18.6 on your device. But what's next for iOS 26 beta? Well, we should see a new beta as soon as today. I really think this is the day that Apple releases the fourth beta of iOS 26, because we have reports that the public beta will also be released this week. It should be released tomorrow as well, so usually that's what Apple does. A day after the release of the beta, the dev beta, they will release the public beta. So most likely we'll get the fourth beta today. It should have new features and changes. Of course, we're still early. We're still expecting new features and changes, but mainly we're expecting adjustments, especially to the new liquid glass design. As you can see through all the three betas, Apple has actually toned down a lot of the liquid glass design. Hopefully that won't happen with this beta. Hopefully they will even reverse it and go back to the beta 1 liquid glass design. It was really awesome, but of course just adjust things, improve things, and not just remove the liquid glass design effect, because it was really cool. Or maybe just give us like an option to turn it up or down a bit, so that would be ideal. So again, expect today to see again a new beta of iOS 26, which will be beta 4, and then followed up with the public beta tomorrow, which will also be the first public beta of iOS 26. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. As you can see, iOS 26 with all its updates is actually turning out to be a great update. It's really interesting to see today what Apple will do with the fourth beta, and I'm especially interested on the liquid glass design, how they will manage it, whether they're turning down it again or maybe just bringing back more of the liquid glass design effect. It would be actually really awesome. But let's wait a few more hours and see what happens. So again, that is it. Thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys on the next one.